If you're single and you've been wondering, is love even possible for me? Or maybe you felt like you missed your chance because of your age, career, or life circumstances, you're not alone. But what if I told you some of the holiest marriages in church history didn't start young, rich, or easy? These are love stories that not only defied expectations, they impacted the world. Courtship of the Saints by Patrick O'Hearn is a book about how the saints and other holy people met their spouses. It provides many examples from long ago and modern history as well as more recent years. Let's dive into a couple inspiring stories. Love at a later age, the parents of a pope. You've probably heard of Pope Benedict XVI, but did you know that his parents, Joseph and Maria Ratzinger, didn't even meet and marry until he was 43 and she was 36? He was poor, working to be able to support a family, and she was also poor and working to bring in income for her family as well. Surprisingly, they met in a rather modern way, through a personal ad that Joseph placed. Their circumstances weren't glamorous or perfect by the world's standards, but their courtship and marriage was grounded in faith and purpose. They went on to have 3 children, including the future Pope Benedict. Maria gave birth to the future Pope Benedict at age 43, and her husband Joseph was 50. Joseph and Maria's marriage was a happy one. Their story shows that your vocation can unfold with unexpected timing, and that being poor, older, or tied to family responsibilities doesn't disqualify you from love. In fact, it might just prepare you for the kind of love that matters most. Joseph took action to find his spouse. He was no longer waiting, but took a step to change his circumstances. Our actions combined with God's help can open the door to finding and marrying the right person. Matchmaking by the Saints, Padre Pio's spiritual nudge. Then there's a story from chapter 9, Saintly Matchmakers. One young woman was growing in her faith and started attending Padre Pio's church. Through that community, she met a man who would later become her husband. Padre Pio encouraged them to move forward with their relationship and encouraged their engagement. They've now been married for more than 40 years. This story reminds us that community matters. Padre Pio is an example of community support and encouragement. When he affirmed the couple's desire to marry, they felt confident in moving forward. God can work through other people, and it can be helpful to ask for advice and guidance from other people you trust. You may find your spouse through your church community or a community of friends. Meeting other people in a community is one safe and effective way to form new relationships that hold the potential for marriage. Don't dismiss the later chapters. One thing I noticed, the most powerful stories in this book tend to come towards the end. So if you're reading Courtship of the Saints by Patrick O'Hearn, don't stop after the first few chapters. The later stories, like the Ratzingers and Padre Pio's matchmaking, are deeply encouraging, especially for singles who are still waiting or feeling discouraged. Some lessons from the book are that God is never late. He's not limited by age, money, or your past. And the saints, many had courtships that were challenging, surprising, or inconvenient, but they were good and holy. And they bore fruit in their own lives and in the lives of others that we're still seeing today. You can ask the saints in this book for intercession to create your own successful love story. If you're a Catholic single longing for marriage or just someone trying to trust God's timing in your love life, this book and these stories might be exactly what you need right now. I'll link the book in the description and the first comment below. If this video helped you, like, subscribe, and share it with a friend.